Distaggio here, and I do get tons of questions all the time, constantly. I've probably gotten at least 100 emails on this on the Dirty Distaggio Insider list. Go to Distaggio.com to find out more about that. But I constantly get asked, what base should I be using for TownHall 13 or 14 or TownHall 5 or TownHall 17 or TownHall this, that, and the other. And so I'm going to be coming out with this series. This is the first of the series. This is Dirty Monsters. Dirty Monsters. Dirty Bases. Dirty Monsters or Dirty Bases. One of the two. Anyways, this is the PeonClover. This is a base you can use at TownHall level 8 through TownHall level 11. This is TownHall 8 through 11. Once you get to TownHall 12, there's a little bit better base. What's really nice about PeonClover is quite a few things. Number one, it only takes 80 wall pieces. You can build this exact base at TownHall level 8 or higher. So use this on TownHall level 8 through 11. Now here's this really important. I want to show you how to build just one of the clover pieces. So do you see this vault right here? So I use all 4 vaults here. I don't have any towers. I never recommend anyone putting in towers until you get much higher level. So don't even worry about towers. Focus all your gold on leveling your vaults, your hero bases, and your TownHall up. Just focus on those things at first and just ignore everything else. This account actually made a bunch of mistakes. This account put a relic hall out there. This account leveled all these army camps to level 6, and I made a bunch of mistakes here. I can fix those mistakes. It's not a huge issue if you've done all that. I've made a mistake, and my account is fine. It just takes a little bit of recovery time. And what you want to do is you want to go to the vault, and you want to go to the end piece, the end square here. So a vault is 3 by 3, right? 1, 2, 3. So you want to go to the end pieces, and you want to run 4 wall pieces out. And then you want to take your next wall piece here and just come right in. You only want this to be 4 deep. Take your next row piece here, rotate that, and bring it here. Now, there's a reason I show you this. I fail. I fail at putting down walls. Maybe I didn't need that many full rows. Select, pop the guy in there. There we go. Now this little extra piece goes right here. Okay. So this right here, this amount of wall segments is 20. So there's 20 wall segments per clover leaf. Okay, see the little clover leaf? Count those wall pieces. Boom, you're going to get 20. 20, 40, 60, 80. 80 walls. So you need TownHall level 8. Now you also need wall level 5. There's a very intentional reason for that, and it's essentially you need the health of the wall so that when Here Be Monsters A comes in, that the area of effect from like engineer and whatnot doesn't take out your walls. You don't want your walls to ever break, essentially, in Here Be Monsters. That's just in general, in Here Be Monsters in general, you never want your walls to break. Now I'm going to grab this hero base. Now let's just say that this is an incoming wave. I want to explain this base, how it works, why it works, simply because so many people build their bases wrong. And let me tell you what would be wrong, okay? And I see this oh so many times. Let's say that I did a PeonClover like this, and maybe I'll actually run a Here Be Monsters, and maybe we can get it to happen. But people always do this. See the 3 spacings, 1, 2, 3 away from this vault? 1, 2, 3. Here's why this, and let's move these pieces out. Okay, here's what happens. As a wave comes in, and let's say that wave is a bunch of hunters. Do I have any hunters up? Okay, yeah, here, let's use these hunters here, because this is more accurate of what actually happens. So let's say there's a wave of hunters coming in, and it's going to take them a while to walk there. But once those hunters get to right here, and they walk to right here, they will simply stand right here, right where my cursor is, right here, right about where they're at right now. Alright, this hunter will stand right here, and they'll simply shoot your vault. And what will happen is, your vault will explode. All my heroes are going to run out here. Just assume the bases stay where they're at. All my heroes are going to be out here, right? What's going to happen is once that vault implodes from all the hunters standing where Snowzilla is, they are then going to shoot at my heroes and kill them. And then they're going to kill my base and wipe me. And they would defeat me. And so that's why what you want to have happen is you want them to walk in a little bit. You want them to walk in, and you want the hunters to walk in. Let me put my bases back, and let me grab Snowzilla. Snowzilla is going to be the hunter pack. Okay, you want them to not just walk. Let's say they're coming from this corner over here. You want them to not, so they can't shoot from right here. You want to know why? Because 4 spaces from a figure, 4 wall spaces from a building of any type is too far of a range for druid, hunters, marksmen, Snowzilla, you know, all ranged heroes. It's too far for them to shoot. So what they do is they instead start walking into this little channel that we've created for them. Okay, the little death channel there, a choke point, if you will. So we've basically, we're directing their movement into this area right here. So they have to walk like right there. And then what happens is all my heroes engage as they're walking up to the vault, and hopefully they kill that wave before that wave takes out this vault. That way, basically, your vaults are tanking for you. That's probably the best way to describe it. Your vaults are tanking for you. And that is how this base works, and that is actually how quite a few bases work, except instead of vaults tanking, it's either vaults or other high hit point buildings like townhalls, or most commonly towers. Reason why I like PeonClover is simply because you don't need towers. So you can focus all of your time and energy on building this very, very simple base. This base works with ordinaries and elites. I mean, it's very, very simple base. You don't need high levels. In fact, my levels of my heroes are about 20 here, and they can beat Here Be Monster A, and you are going to be in PeonClover until your heroes are about level 80. So get used to it. Now let's run a Here Be Monster A, and we can kind of take a look at how this base works. So first off, Here Be Monsters A is pretty easy. The heroes are like level 5 to, I don't know, I want to say 10 or so at the last wave. And it's all going to be ordinary heroes. So you can see Marksman and Alchemist and Dirty Dryad. And I think that's maybe a Marauder down there with a little shield bubble around him. And then it looks like it's your tree dudes, as I call them. Now here, see, they're going to hit the tip of the clover. That's why we have buildings on the 4 corners too. All your excess buildings go in the corners. This is why it splits their pack up. See how they're walking to their death? See how they're walking? That's how this base works. That's how quite a few bases work in Here Be Monsters. So this is a great learning base for you to learn exactly how bases and Here Be Monsters work. You beat Here Be Monsters by not building a big, huge wall system. A closed base, if you will. That's not how you beat Here Be Monsters. You want an open base. You want them to run into the center all the way around here, and then as my heroes, which have a higher range, you know, you can see here as they walk in. Now watch what my heroes do. Watch when my heroes start walking. See, here's the same thing. This pack is going to get split up here. Your little Frost Witch Hoochie Mama here is going to come south, and Marauder is too. They're going to get all split up. It's perfect. Now look at where Engineer and Marksman stop. That's super important. Do you see how if this wall was one space in, they'd just be sitting there wailing away? My heroes might not even engage them at that range. So that's why it has to be set up exactly like this. Please, people, do not show me any variants of this base and ask me to comment on it. This I have run Here Be Monsters A on this base well over 200 times, and I can beat it with level under 20 heroes. And they don't have to be legendary. But I mean, yeah, these heroes are legendary. This is a free-to-play account, by the way. I almost just stopped even looking at this account because it was so terrible. I mean, just completely terrible. My worst account I had. But you know, you get your free druid, you get your free paladin, and then you get those maintenance gems. And with the maintenance gems, I rolled Reaper, Thunder God, and Snowzilla. How awesome is that? And these heroes are great. They can beat Here Be Monster A, as you can see. Actually, somewhat easily. I haven't lost anything. I've only lost one building. And you can see the last wave kind of came in here. They're going to aggro on this vault right here. They want to attack this vault. But what are my guys going to do? They're going to engage. and I don't really have any area of effect, so this could be a tricky one here. But we'll see how this is going. You see Druid's healing everyone, Reaper's healing himself, and boom, it's done. Here be Monsters A with the PeonClover, guys. Use this base. This is an awesome base. What base do you want to use for TownHall? Basically 0 to 11. It's the PeonClover. As always, keep it dirty and